Hello, I'm Michelle Buckley from Iowa State University. Today we're going to be discussing what producers need to know about drug withdrawal times. Let's start with the basics. A withdrawal time is the amount of time that it takes after a drug is administered for enough of that drug to leave an animal's system so that the meat or milk of that animal will be safe for human consumption. These recommendations are based on research. Withdrawal times are important because they help us to minimize the risk of unintentional consumption of drugs that were administered to animals in food products. This allows us to ensure human food safety. During the drug development process, extensive testing is done to demonstrate that a drug will be safe and effective in the target species for a given disease or condition. In food-producing animals, additional studies are performed to determine how long the drug will stay in the animal's body after it is administered. Calculations are also done to estimate what levels of each drug are considered safe for human consumption. This calculation considers how much of a drug could a person consume every day for a lifetime without causing health problems. The United States Food and Drug Administration, or FDA, sets guidelines for these calculations that include a very wide margin of error to ensure that no animals are processed for human consumption unless they are completely safe. Because most animal pharmaceutical products are marketed for major species, including cattle, pigs, chickens, and turkeys, withdrawal times are also calculated for these species. There are very few products with withdrawal recommendations for goats on the label, and oftentimes these withdrawal recommendations are different between species. Do not assume that recommendations for cattle can be applied to goats and sheep. Withdrawal times for major species, like cattle, pigs, chickens, and turkeys, can be found on the drug packaging. Minor species, including goats, tend to have fewer products that have label claims. Withdrawal times for cattle are generally not acceptable for other ruminants such as goats and sheep. Your veterinarian will request a withdrawal time from the Food Animal Residue Avoidance Database, or FARAD, based on current research. These recommendations change based on new research, so always contact your veterinarian before giving a drug to ensure that your withdrawal time is current. There are on-farm tests available for milk residue testing. However, not all milk testing systems have been calibrated for goat's milk, and you must select the appropriate test for the specific drugs that you use on your farm. Your veterinarian and local milk processor, if you have one, can help you to determine which testing system will accurately detect these drugs in your animal's milk. In conclusion, preventing animal drugs from entering the food chain is of paramount importance, whether you sell your products commercially or simply use them for home consumption. Understanding and navigating withdrawal periods can be challenging, especially in species like goats, who do not have many approved products and must follow extra label use regulations. Your veterinarian should be your first call for determining the most appropriate treatment plan for your animals, along with appropriate withdrawal recommendations to keep your family and consumers safe. If you have questions about this module, please email dairygoatextension@iowastate.edu. Thanks for watching.